In today's video, we're going to see what happens if every player that's the same age is on the same team, if that even makes sense. Anyways, here on the Pelicans, you've got this crew over here. You got Giannis and Embiid, Siakam, Derek White, Julius Randle leading the way for this team on the New Orleans Pelicans for the... I did it by, just for full clarity, for full transparency, I did it by birth year, and I only did the top 15 players from every birth year, so then after that, I just made them like 40 overalls, so that way we're not having to deal with any garbage like that. Anyways, next up should be the Pistons with Kyrie Irving and Rudy Gobert, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Outside of them, this team probably won't be that good. Maybe Kyrie will carry them. AD and company with Norman Powell and Bradley Beal leading the way over here in Toronto. In the Rockets, got Damian Lillard, Kawhi. I did have to merge some of them together just because there's like not enough active players. So that's going to be like with the Rockets, and I believe the Lakers were the team I kind of made like the unctions, if you will. Anyways, this is the team here. They're not that good. Anyways, the Spurs, this is a young team. Wemby, Stephon Castle, Derek Lively, Jared McCain, all the rookies and sophomore players, I guess, you know and love right here on the Spurs. The Suns are a 40 overall team. The Thunder got wiped off the face of the earth. Same with the Timberwolves. The Trailblazers also got wiped off the face of the earth. So did the Warriors and the Wizards. And then the 76ers did, the Bucks did, and the Bulls did. The Cavs did as well, and the Celtics and the Clippers. So next up, we got the Grizzlies. I wish this took me so long. Like, this literally took me 3 hours to set up. So please, like, I'd appreciate support in this video because this took way longer than I thought it was going to. And shout out to Basketball Reference as well. So if there's anything wrong with it, just blame them because, yeah. Anyways, Luka, John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and then Jordan Poole, and just this is a very guard-heavy team. But this is the team over here for the Grizzlies, the 26-year-olds. And then we've got the Hawks. This is a nasty team. We got Shea, Jason Tatum, Trae Young, and Desmond Bane, Jared Allen, Austin Reeves, Ihart, and then they got a ton of centers there. But this is the 27-year-old squad over here in Atlanta. Next up, we got the 28-year-olds and some soon-to-be 28-year-olds. Anyways, they got Bam, Zubac, De'Aaron Fox, Brandon Ingram, OG Anunoby, Jamal Murray, John Collins, Ty Jerome, Lauri Markkanen. Yeah, this is a solid team too. You know, when I was going through these like the ages and like the birth years of everyone, I was surprised at the players that were the same age, like that were born at the same year. It's kind of shocking to me. I don't know. Like, part of me does not think that Jamal Murray and Lauri Markkanen are like the same age. Like, that's just crazy to me. Anyways, Charlotte, this is also another nasty team. I think this is the team I have my money to win it all because they got Anthony Edwards, Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Williams, Franz Wagner, LaMelo Ball, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Johnson, Denny Avdia, Jalen Suggs, Walker Kessler, Tari Eason, and it just keeps going. This team is so nasty. Like, their 15th man is Christian Brown, who's at 83. The Utah Jazz are the 22 and soon-to-be 22-year-olds. I believe these are the players born in 2003, I want to say. Anyways, they got the Thompson twins, Amen Thompson leading the way for them, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Duren, Jabari Smith Jr., Shaedon Sharp, Asar Thompson, Keontae George, and then AirPods and all the rest of the players here. Next up, we got the Kings. This is also a nasty team. They got Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, D. Booker, Jaylen Brown, Domantas Sabonis, Mikal Bridges, DeJounte Murray. Yeah, this is a good team. So this is also a very good team. And you know what? Shout out to, what was his bucket? Did I always say Malik Beasley? He's actually, recently they came out and they thought he was some part of some sort of like gambling operation. The FBI was investigating him, and yeah, but brother's good, I guess, even though you watch some of his games and you're like, it's a little suspicious, but you know, they saw no fault in him, so good for him, I guess. But that sucks to be him too because he missed out on a big bag from the Pistons because he was kind of balling over there. I can't lie. I had him on my fantasy team and he was good. Anyways, Jokic, Karl-Anthony Towns, Porzingis, Levine, and Aaron Gordon, and then all the other guys here. Not like these guys are bums, but I just don't want to read every name. But these guys are on the New York Knicks together for the 30-year-old squad, or the soon-to-be 30-year-olds. And then this is the unction. You got Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan, Brooke Lopez, Chris Paul, Al Horford, Mike Conley, DeAndre Jordan, Kyle Lowry, Joe Ingles, PJ Tucker, and James Johnson. Unfortunately, Russell Westbrook didn't make the cut, so yeah, he's just kind of rotting in free agency, I think. And I think that's it. Oh no, we got the Magic still. So the Magic have got Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun. This is also another really deep team. And who's next here on the chopping block? The Mavericks. These are like the rookies from this last draft, basically. So yeah, they got Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, all them people. And then over here, the Nets got Alex Sarr, Zachary Ricochet, Carlton Carrington, Ron Holland, VJ Edgecombe, because he is older, so he fits this whatever. Anyways, Concanoople, Dillingham, Colin Murray Boyles, the man who wants to be in Toronto so badly. He just, yeah. Anyways, and that's it. I believe that's all the teams. Actually, no, I think I still knew the Pacers. The Pacers, they got Halliburton, Williamson, Zion, I guess I should say, Maxey, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero. This is also a really good team. And then the Pelicans, they've got Giannis, Embiid, Siakam, Derek White. And I think, yeah, and that's pretty much all the teams. If I accidentally went over a team again, that's my bad. Anyways, we're going to sim the season. I think we're only doing one season. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll see you guys here in the postseason unless I see anything like interesting beforehand. But yeah, see you soon, I guess I should say. And just for full transparency, y'all, I am controlling every team. We're not no injuries. What else? No injuries, no trades between teams. Oh, and then I'm also controlling every team just to make sure that the 40 overall teams don't like sign players from free agency. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And following along here, the Kings are doing really well for themselves. They're 21-6, and you can see how bad some of these 40 overall teams are. 161-21 is a crazy stat line, or crazy final score. Anyways, this will probably be one of the last videos I make here on 2K25, seeing as 2K26, the early access, will be available here come, what day is it? The next Friday, I believe. So yeah, on the 29th, the day I'm recording this is the 23rd of August. So yeah, it'll be the 29th will be the day that comes out. So that'll be nice. And, oh, no trade deadline offers. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty nuts, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, I won't be able to record anything the day it comes out, just because I am gonna be out of town, because that is Labor Day weekend, and so I'm not gonna be with my recording setup, unfortunately. But I will be able to make videos as soon as I get back to that. They'll still be somewhat early before any people who didn't pre-order will have access to them. But anyways, we're approaching the end of the season here. The Kings are approaching, I guess they won't be 60, or they won't be 70 wins, but they'll be pretty dang close. 68-14. Jokic does win MVP for the New York Knicks. Of course, Cooper Flag, the Rookie of the Year over there in Dallas. Luka wins Sixth Man of the Year. They had Luka on the bench. Okay, then. I'm not going to question it, but I also am. Okay. Wemby wins Defensive Player of the Year with an absolute dominant stat line over there. And then the 41 overall Musa Diaby, or whatever, however you say his name, was most improved. Alperen Sengun wins Clutch Player of the Year for the Orlando Magic. And the Knicks win 72 games. All right, you love to see it. And as we go over to the All-NBA first team, of course, we saw Jokic's stat line, almost a triple-double. Wemby, we saw his. Giannis on the Pelicans, 25, 16, and 5. Cooper Flag was All-NBA first team in his rookie year. And Zion with Tyrese Halliburton over there in Indiana, 24 and 14. All defense, All-NBA second team. So Luka Doncic off the bench was an All-NBA second team member. All right. Amen Thompson had himself a great year, 19, 12, and 7 with 2 steals and a block a game. Steph Curry, All-NBA second year, averaging 31 a game for the Lakers. Kyrie Irving, all by himself on the Pistons, averaged 30. Okay. Shea, averaged 26 for the Hawks. LeBron James averaged 22 points over there for the Lakers for All-NBA third team. Anthony Davis, the same, 23, 13, 4 or 3 assists a game. All-NBA third team. Wow, that was a weird noise I just made. I apologize. Jason Tatum with the 28-point performance over the season. Good enough for All-NBA third team. De'Aaron Fox on the Miami Heat, All-NBA third team as well, and then DeMontis Sabonis on the Kings will round it out for you. 17 rebounds a game is insane. Holy cow. All defensive first team. Wembanyama, of course. All NBA's all defensive first team. Rudy Gobert averaged almost 20 rebounds a game. Okay, with almost 2 blocks. Okay, that's pretty dang good. Amen Thompson, we've seen his stat line. Giannis, we've seen yours. Cooper Flag, we've seen yours. Alex Sarr, all defensive second team, 14 and 14 with 2 blocks a game. All right, AD, we saw you. Chet, 14 and 10 with about 2 blocks a game. Nicholas Claxton, similar stat line, 15 boards and 2 blocks. And Goga Badatsa, what? He averaged a block and a half as a 41 overall. Okay, then. All right, and then here's the all-rookie first team. It's just going to be all these guys, but Dylan Harper averaged 19 points a game. Great stat line there. Ace Bailey, 18 and 13 a game. 2 steals a game. VJ Edgecombe on the net, 16 points a game, just about, averaging 9 boards. I don't know how to say this guy's name. Anyways, but he averaged 10 points and 14 boards a game with a block, just under a block and a half. And then the all-rookie second team, Noah Asengwa, I have no idea how to say his name, averaged a double-double. Jeremiah Fears, 12, 4, and 4 a game. Carlton Carrington, 10, 5, and 5. Ryan Kalkbrenner, hey, if you know, you know. The 40 overall menace, 5 points a game, 14. That's kind of crazy that he made it over Igor. Anyways, that's a shocker. And then, surprise to nobody. Oh gosh, now I just gotta. Oh no! Here is the lineup here for the playoffs. Let's go to the stats and standings here. So the Sacramento Kings over here in the West were the best team. This is the Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown led team. This is a crazy lineup over here. San Antonio, of course, they are good because they have Wemby and Stephon Castle. So they're the 2 seed over there in the West. The 3 seed is the Utah Jazz. I'm surprised this team did so well. I mean, they're very deep team, so that's probably why they did so well. Led by the Thompson twins and Dyson Daniels. They're probably a super good team defensively. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the best defensive team in the league. No, it's the Mavericks that were actually. That's kind of shocking. But this Jazz team was a top 5 defensive team in the league. Or in the West, I should say. Next, the New Orleans Pelicans with Giannis and Embiid were the 4 seed. The Dallas Mavericks with the rookies, Cooper Flag, were the 5 seed. The Grizzlies with John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Luka Doncic off the bench for some reason. That is an interesting thing. We're the 6th seed, and then the play-in tournament, the Rockets with Kawhi, Damian Lillard. The 8th seed was the Unction in LA. I'm surprised they didn't do that good. They got a solid team, but then they kind of fall off a cliff here. So they don't really have too much depth, of course. This Phoenix Suns team. Yeah, so these are just all the bad teams. Yep. All right, over here in the East, the 1 seed was, of course, the New York Knicks. 72 wins, led by Jokic. How is this? This is... Okay. I'm surprised this was a 72-win team. All right, then. Anyways, Atlanta, the 2 seed with Shea, Jason Tatum, Desmond Bane, Trae Young off the bench. Such a nasty team. 68 wins for them. 66 wins for the Magic and the 3rd seed for them with Jalen Green, Paolo Banchero, Alperen Sengun, and Chet Holmgren off the bench for them. They've got a really good team over there in Orlando. The Pacers with Halliburton and Zion were the 4th seed, winning 66 games. And then the 62-win Charlotte Hornets were the 5 seed with Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards. Man, this is also a this is a crazy good team, actually. I'm surprised they didn't do better. The Miami Heat with De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, Zubac. Who else do they have? That's it. But this is a good team, too. They were the 6th seed. And then Toronto securing the 7th seed. I don't know why it says... I don't know how that works. Anyways, but they're in the play-in, I believe. And they've got Bradley Beal, AD, and is that it? Yeah, just Anthony Davis, basically. So that's going to be rough for them. And then the Brooklyn Nets with Zachary Rissache, Alex Sarr are your 8 seed in the play-in. And then the 9-seeded Pistons with Kyrie Irving and company is in the play-in. And then I think the rest are just 40 overall bum squads. So, anyways, sim this first game. This is a real game here, so we'll sim this game first here. The Lakers versus the Rockets, the battles of the unctions, actually, I just realized, so that's pretty exciting. Leave a smash like for the unction, of course, and the younger unction, I should say, are going to take care of the older unction. 32 points from Vucevic and the win, I believe. Yep, I'm like, I can't remember which team is which, but 32 points from Vucevic. LeBron James at 25. Lots of 20-point scores here in this game. And next up, we got the Phoenix Suns against the Blazers. Oh, we don't really care. All right, so we're going to simulate this game because it doesn't really matter who wins. And then over here in the East, we've got the Raptors with AD and the Nets with this young squad with Rissache and Alex Sarr. VG Edge come off the bench there. We'll see who can pull through here, see if we can get a close game to watch. As we head into the halftime, it's a close game. And as we slowly approach the 4th quarter, the unction has taken the AD and company are going to win. 22 points from Dennis Schroeder to lead the Raptors to the win. Robert Dillingham and company, this young, inexperienced squad, just don't have what it takes to get past the Raptors. They'll be facing the winner of... Okay, well, I hope the Pistons win. Oh, crap. I did not mean to click that. Okay. Well, over here in the Lakers land, they beat... Oh, well, that's okay. They beat the... Okay, we knew that was going to happen. Okay. And then last but not least, we've got the winner between the Pistons and the Nets here. Kyrie Irving against rookies, basically. Okay, I'm glad. I was worried that I just skipped a bunch of important games, but the Lakers just beat a 40 overall squad. So I'm glad they did, because that would have been really embarrassing if they didn't. And we got a close one as we approach a minute 10 seconds left. Kyrie Irving is up by 2 against the young squad here. Let's make sure that we're not controlling anything. We're just bystanders in this here game. As the Pistons do retain possession, they are up by 2 with a minute and 11 left. Oh my gosh, 173-38. Oh gosh, that's a crazy score. Anyways, Kyrie working up against Concanoople, and he's fouled. Doesn't get the and one to fall. Alex Sarr with the foul. And Kyrie Irving has a chance to make this a 2-possession lead here. The first one is up and good. 3-point game for the Pistons. He makes it. Seeing him at the number 14 is disgusting. Why does he not have the number? Oh, wait. I don't know ball. I'm not going to pretend like I know why. Anyways, Rissache with the ball. Is that working on Malik Beasley there, I believe? I don't know. But Rissache with a nice lay. Very nice. That was Harrison Barnes that he was going up against there. With a nice lay to make it a 2-point game for the Nets. Again, Kyrie Irving, he's probably going to be the main man for the Pistons here. And he easily blows by his defender, but misses with the good health defense from... Is that Ron Holland? Yeah, it is Ron Holland anyway. Carlton Carrington with the tough drive and can't get it to go. Still a 2-point game for the Pistons here. They maybe want to choose some clock here. I don't know. I'm no coach. So Tobias Harris with the ball. working against his defender. Gobert out to Irving. He steps back on Robert Dillingham and sinks a three-pointer right in his eyes. Oh my gosh. That's nasty. Oh my goodness. 5-point lead for the Pistons here, courtesy of Kyrie Irving. And do the Nets have what it takes to force to make? They need a three-pointer here. 19 seconds on the clock, no timeouts for the Nets. They gotta make a quick bucket here. Dillingham working against his defender. Alex Sarr is blocked by Gobert, but it's a foul. Foul by Gobert. Alex Sarr gonna be sent to the line here. 2 free throws for him. He misses. Oh, that's it. That's wraps, y'all. So unfortunate. Wow, that was really close. Anyways, Reese Shea with 26 points for the Nets, but Tim Hardaway Jr. is the real hero for the Pistons, and they will beat the Nets in the play-in tournament and send those rookies packing home. All right, well, this is the playoff picture here, and we'll just sim here till we get elimination games, game 1. And I'd be so used to the last video I did where it's like 3-0's the win, but it's not here anymore. So the first team to go up 3-1 is going to be the Pacers, unless the Jazz play before. So it's going to be the Pacers first. As a reminder, this is Tyrese Haliburton and Zion Williamson and company going up against Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards. Man, that's a nasty team. I can't believe they're up 3-1 against them. And we'll see if the Hornets can stay alive here against the Pacers. And it looks like the Pacers are going to take a demanding lead here in the third quarter, and they're not going to look back here in the fourth quarter, and they're going to take care of the Hornets in 5 games here. Tyrese Maxey for the Pacers with 23 points, 20 points from RJ Barrett, 20 points from Hero, 13 assists from Haliburton. Just crazy stat lines here. Lots of two-figure scores here, or double-figure scores. 27 points for LaMelo. And unfortunately, that's not enough to bring them past the Pacers. Like I said earlier, 5 games, gentleman's sweep for the Pacers. They'll face the winner of the Knicks and Detroit Pistons here. Now, we got a lot of 3-1 leads here on the west and eastern side here. We'll see who goes up first. It's going to be the Jazz against the Grizzlies. Reminded, Grizzlies are the team that have John Morant, Luka Doncic, and Jaren Jackson Jr., and then the Jazz have Amen Thompson and company. So we'll see here as we approach the fourth quarter. It's a 2-point lead for the Utah Jazz. They're playing in Salt Lake City at home. And can they finish off this Grizzlies squad? That would be very crazy. Game 5 here. They're up 3-1. I believe it was the Jazz up 3-1 now. I can't tell. Anyways, Nick Claxton inbounding the ball for the Grizzlies. Luka Doncic is in this game here, working up against, is that Keontae George? And he's going to shoot a 3, misses it. Memphis is actually up 3-1, so the Jazz are actually trying to stay alive here. My apologies for the mix-up there. Keontae George over to Jabari Smith Jr. to Shaedon Sharpe, and he's driving for the slam! Oh my goodness, what a dunk by Shaedon Sharpe to give him a 4-point lead for the Jazz. Luka working against his defender, Keontae George. We'll see if he can work some Luka magic, as they say. Jaren Jackson Jr. with the screen. The midi pull for Luka, and he's good. 26 seconds left on the shot clock here. They're probably going to have to foul. And they do. They foul. Is that Keontae? It is Keontae. Luka with the foul. That'll send him to the line here. Does he have the clutch vein in him? The first one is up and good. Makes it a 3-point lead here. Even if he makes the second one, the Memphis Grizzlies will still have a chance. And the second one rattles in, a 4-point lead. Memphis Grizzlies take a timeout here. Number 40 for Asar Thompson or Amen Thompson, whichever one it is. Either way, that's an awful number. 40 is not the best number, if you ask me. Anyways, Claxton inbounding the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. We'll see who he goes to. It's going to go to John Morant here. He's going to drive against Keontae. He's blocked by Thompson. And that's going to do it. So the Jazz will stay alive here against the Grizzlies. It looked, 130-124 the final score. 22 points for Amen Thompson, 12 rebounds for him. Keontae George with a 16-12 double-double. 16, oh wow, just crazy. Just lots of double-digit scores, like I said. And over there on the other side for Memphis, 29 points for John Morant, 22 for Luka Doncic. But unfortunately, it's not enough for them to take care of the series. So the Jazz will stay alive 3-2 against the Grizzlies here. I think the next game is going to be Sacramento. No, Mavericks at Pelicans. So first, Mavericks at Pelicans. This is the Cooper Flag-led team against Giannis and Embiid and Siakam and Julius Randle. So they're up 3-1, but you know, this game does love the Mavericks, so that's probably why. Anyways, the Pelicans trying to stay alive here at home, and it looks like they're going to do so in dominating fashion. Wow, I can't really speak right now. 22 points for Julius Randle, a double-double for Giannis and Embiid here. Dylan Harper with 17 points, but not enough to lead the Dallas Mavericks to a gentleman's sweep against the Pelicans here. Next game, is it the Lakers? No, Raptors at Hawks. Yes. So now over here in the East, we got the Raptors at the Hawks. This is the Shea. This is such a nasty team, man. So they're probably going to take care of this Toronto team that's just got, is it just AD? Yeah, it's just Anthony Davis. Surprisingly, Anthony Davis took one game against this team. And yeah, I'm sure the Toronto Raptors are actually going to just dominate the Hawks in this game. As you can see here, it's not even close. Wait. That's not what's supposed to happen. I just realized the Hawks were the team with Jason Tatum. Okay, they just blew them out and kept their series alive. Bradley Beal and AD with 24 and 20 points each. Wow, okay, I did not expect that. Okay then, so the Toronto Raptors are going to stay alive as well. And then the next 3-1 series is it the Kings and Lakers? Pistons at Knicks first. All right, once again, this is the Kyrie-led Pistons with Rudy Gobert basically. And then we've got Nikola Jokic and Kristaps Porzingis on the other side of the ball here. The Pistons are down 3-1, so Kyrie's trying to stay alive here, but with a 16-point first quarter performance, I don't think that's going to get it done, unfortunately, as the Knicks absolutely blow out the Pistons 122-96, 23 points from Kristaps, a triple-double for Jokic, and 27 points from Kyrie, but that unfortunately won't be enough, and Jokic and company will send Kyrie packing to face the Pacers in the second round here. And another 3-2, a lot of 3-2 series over here at Rockets and Spurs. They're tied up, so we don't really care yet. So we'll simulate that. Lakers and the Kings here. This is the unction against Donovan Mitchell and just all the 29-year-olds, I'm pretty sure. And it's a close game here for the Lakers as they're up by 3 with 1:12 left at Sacramento. We joined the game. Mikal Bridges is at the free throw line here. We'll see how many free throws he gets. Anyways, I don't know what you guys think about the new 2K. The gameplay that I've seen lately looks kind of nuts. All I just see is like Wemby just like at the post, and then all of a sudden he just like glides to the 3-point line with a hook shot and just drains it. It's like the weirdest thing. The mechanics, like the special post moves or whatever, the new mechanic they added. It's kind of interesting, but I don't know. We'll see how that affects gameplay. Mikal Bridges does miss the second free throw, unfortunately. LeBron James with the ball, working against Cam Johnson. Now switches to Domantas Sabonis to Durant here. James Harden sets the pick for LeBron, and Durant's going to pass it over to him. And LeBron misses the layup against Domantas Sabonis. Brunson driving with the ball here, working against James Harden. Not great defenders here, but two great offensive backs. LeBron blocked by James, as Mark Breen would say. Absolutely deletes that shot into the sidelines there. Oh my word. What a block from LeBron James. Good animation for him. Jalen Johnson, or that's Cam Johnson, I mean. Inbounding the ball to Sabonis. Over to Mitchell. He gets Curry to jump. Does a little behind the back thing and gets the layup, but blocked by Brook Lopez. Kevin Durant gets the rebound. James Harden with this easy slam to make it a 4-point lead for the Lakers here. And the Lakers might survive and make it 3-2. Donovan Mitchell calls timeout for the Kings here. He still keeps his number, I guess. So does a lot of players on the Lakers too. But anyways, I'm kind of disappointed that the only really new thing for my NBA is like custom championship banners and the online playoffs that kind of already existed anyways in 2K25, but online my NBA is so broken. It doesn't work and it's really slow. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, Jalen Brunson passes out to Cam Johnson. Kevin Durant tightly guarding him. Back to Cam Johnson. He makes the contested 2 and doesn't get it to go. And they're going to have to foul, and I think that's going to do it for the Lakers here, as they will force a Game 6 against the Kings. And we'll see the box score here. Mikal Bridges with 18 points to lead the Kings to the L, I guess. Steph Curry with 25. James Harden with a double-double. 13 assists. Okay, then. LeBron James with 16 points. Look at that block. Holy cow. Anyways, that'll be good enough performance from the Lakers to force another game, keep their season alive here against the Kings. Next game, we'll see what it is. Magic at Heat. So this Magic team is pretty nasty. They got Paolo Banchero, Sengun, Chet Holmgren, and this is the Bam Adebayo, De'Aaron Fox, Zubac-led Heat team. They're up 3-2 against the Magic, and the Magic are looking to force Game 7 here on the road against Miami, and it looks like they might do it, but it is a close one here, and Miami trying to make it competitive as we approach the end of the fourth quarter here. 2 minutes left, a minute left, and it's a 2-point game here. Miami just took the lead here. 2-point game for the Miami Heat here. And I just noticed it's the Battle of Florida, and I also barely just realized how similar the Heat in Orlando Magic logos are, so that's kind of funny. Anyways, Jaden Ivey with the ball here, working against De'Aaron Fox. I wanted to say Kyrie because of the number 11, but anyways, Jaden Ivey driving, passes it back out to Brandon Miller, to Paolo Banchero, working as Brandon Ingram here, dribbling here at the top of the key. He drives to the right, puts it up, and misses. Brandon Ingram with the rebound. Good defense from him. He's working up against Brandon Miller and gets the easy lay, coast to coast. Makes it a 4-point lead for Miami, and the Magic gotta be careful. They can't afford to come up empty here in this trip on offense, or else they're gonna be done pretty much. Anyways, gosh, I don't know what to talk about anymore. You know, like I watch like people and they can just rant for ages, and I don't know, I just can't really do that too well. But you know, I can talk about random things, but I don't know what to talk about anymore. Like, I don't really got much going on in my life, to be honest. Pretty boring person, just, you know, trying to get an education over here. Anyways, Jalen Green with the miss, but Sengun will clean up the missed layup, and they're going to have to foul here, and they got to depend on Jamal Murray. Or I guess, no, they still have one more foul to give here, as Zubac will inbound the ball once again. Franz Wagner defending the inbound. And it looks like it might go to Jamal Murray. No, to De'Aaron Fox, and he's going to be taking free throws here. And if you're the Magic, you're going to hope and pray that he misses one of them, because you got no timeouts here. 15 seconds on the clock. The first one is up and good. De'Aaron Fox makes a 3-point game here, and this shot to make it a 2-point possession lead, and he does. No timeouts for Orlando here. I mean, I have seen crazier things happen, so if they make a quick bucket here, they still could stay alive, but... and they throw it over to Mathurin in the corner, and he misses the 3-pointer, and that's going to do it for the Magic. They're going to end up losing to the Miami Heat 134-130. De'Aaron Fox with 30 points for the Mavericks. What am I saying? The Miami Heat. That's what I was trying to say. OG with 20 points. And then over on the other side, Josh Giddey, 20 points. The near triple-double, but not enough to propel the Magic past the Heat, and they'll be eliminated, unfortunately. So sorry to you Magic fans, even though you don't really have many players from your original team on here. So the Miami Heat will move on to the second round here, and they'll be facing the winner of Atlanta and Toronto. And first we're going to go to the Jazz at Grizzlies. Last time we saw the Jazz force Game 6 here, hoping to force Game 7 for if you're a Jazz fan. If you're a Grizzlies fan, you're just hoping that they can finish them out in 6, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. What am I trying to say here? As the Memphis Grizzlies will win in dominating fashion. That's what that word I like to say, unfortunately. Dominating fashion. They'll blow them out, whatever the heck. 26-point win for the Grizzlies. 20 points from Jordan Poole to lead the way. 22 points from Shaedon Sharpe on the other side of the ball. 5 turnovers, though. 9 for 21 shooting. Not good enough to propel them past the Grizzlies, and they will be the first team out of the Western Conference to move on to the second round here The next game is going to be the Mavericks at the Pelicans, or the Pelicans at the Mavericks, I should say. The Mavericks are up 3-2, and this is the Cooper Flag-led team going up against, I can't remember who's on this Pelicans team. It was Giannis and company, and I'm sorry, I missed a close game. But anyways, 28 points from Dylan Harper, but 26 points from Giannis with 4 steals and 3 blocks. What a stat line for him. We'll allow the Pelicans to force a Game 7 against Cooper Flag and company. Next game, I believe it's going to be the Hawks at Raptors. So we will see potentially the conclusion of this series. This is the Shea, Jason Tatum led team going up against the Anthony Davis led Raptors, and yeah, it's not even close. As they're going to win, oh my goodness, nearly dropping 150 points in regulation. 20 points from Chris Boucher to lead the way for the Raptors, but 25 points, 22 from Jason Tatum and Michael Porter Jr. will be enough to move them to the second round here to face the Miami Heat here. And then the next up, I believe it's going to be Spurs at Rockets. So the Spurs team is the Wemby-led Spurs with the Kawhi Leonard unction-led Rockets, who beat the Lakers in the play-in tournament to be the 7th seed to face this team. Anyways, the Spurs have taken a demanding lead against the Rockets. I don't think it's going to be close, unfortunately. Yeah, not a close game. The Rockets will be eliminated here in 6 games. Kawhi Leonard with 21 points, but unfortunately, Wembanyama and Bilal Coulibaly had something different to say about that, and will send the Rockets packing home. And so they will face the Memphis Grizzlies here in the second round. And we got Game 7 and potentially another Game 7 if the Lakers can force Game 7 against the Kings here. And it's a close game again. Actually, I lied. The Kings just pulled away and absolutely blew the Lakers out of the water here. See what I did there? Lakers, water. Anyways, subscribe, please. 30 points for Steph Curry. 28 points from Kevin Durant, but unfortunately, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, 29 and 32 points alike. 3 blocks from Donovan Mitchell, too. And that will keep them past. That will allow them to move on to the second round, and they will face the winner of Dallas and New Orleans. And we'll see here if Dallas will blow a 3-1. I think they blew a 3-1 lead potentially here. And it looks like they might here. Yeah, as we approach the end of the game, 9-point win for the New Orleans Pelicans. Julius Randle with 24 points, 20 points from Trey Johnson, and unfortunately, the rookie-led squad over there will not have what it takes, but still took the experienced squads to 7 games, so can't complain about that, even though they were up 3-1. So what do you do? Anyways, the second round here is set. You know the drill. We'll go till there's an elimination game, as the Spurs are the first team to go up 3-0 in the second round here against the Grizzlies. As a reminder, this is the Wemby-led Spurs up against John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Nicholas Claxton with Luka Doncic off the bench here. And the Grizzlies better be careful, because they're about to be swept here by Wemby and company, and it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen here as we head to the fourth quarter, and it's not even close, unfortunately, for you Grizzlies fans. 148-137 the final score. 28 points for Luka, a double-double for John Morant, and then 21 from Jaren Jackson Jr. to Anthony Simons. But Wemby with 44 points to finish off the Memphis Grizzlies. Anyways, the next team to go up 3-0 is the New York Knicks. The 72-win New York Knicks. I'm not sure how you win 72 games with Monte Morris and Kyle Kuzma in your starting lineup, but whatever. Anyways, they're facing off against Tyrese Halliburton and Zion Williamson. And we'll see what happens here. Yeah, these other games aren't to elimination status yet. Anyways, can the Pacers stay alive here against the Knicks, or will they get swept? And it looks like the Pacers do have a little fight in them, as they are going to force another game in the series to keep their season alive. 24 points from Tyrese, 23 from RJ Barrett, and Zion Williams with 22 points. And Jokic with the not even close, triple-double, but 29-point double-double for him. But unfortunately, that won't be enough for the Knicks to sweep the Pacers, so they still have to play a few more games potentially. Next series to go up 3-1 is the Kings against the Pelicans here. This is the Jalen Brunson. This lineup is crazy, actually. I never realized how good this team was. And they're going against the Pelicans, who've got Giannis and Joel Embiid. They're up 3-1 against this squad. And we'll see here if the Kings can finish off the Pelicans, or if the Pelicans, they've been in this situation before against Cooper Flagg and company. So maybe we'll have another repeat, a little deja vu. And it looks like we might here, as the Pelicans drop 153 points in regulation here. Sabonis with 17 points, but Giannis and Joel Embiid with 32 and 27 points alike. 21 points also from Julius Randle. So 3-2 for the Pelicans over there. And I think the first game we'll play is this Hawks game. No, Pacers at Knicks first. So 3-1. We'll see if the Pacers can force another game, or if the Knicks will finally complete the win, or complete the series. But it looks like it's not going to happen here on MSG. The Pacers win another game. 21 points, 21-point double-double from both Cat and Jokic, but that won't be enough for Tyrese Maxey's 28 points to keep the Pacers alive in this series. 3-2 for them. So we got 3-2 on all sides of the bracket here, with the exception of the Spurs, of course, because they swept their team that they played. Anyways, the Hawks against the Heat here. The Shea-led team going up against the Heat. Can't remember who's on the Heat right now, but it's not a close game. And I think this will be the first game out here, the first series in the East to be done here in the semifinals, as the Hawks take care of De'Aaron Fox. 20 points from both Brandon Ingram and De'Aaron Fox, but unfortunately 38-point triple or double-double from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be enough to bring them past here the Heat and be the first team in the Eastern Conference to go to the conference finals here. Next game, they'll be facing the winner of the Pacers and Spurs. First, we're going to go back over here to New Orleans, I believe, where they have won two straight games here, and they're trying to force Game 7. Can the Kings finish off the series and not have to deal with a Game 7? It's a close game here in the end of the fourth quarter, and nope, the Kings have pulled away successfully. A 9-point win for the Kings, and unfortunately, they will send Giannis and Embiid packing. Derek White with 24 points in this game. The double-double from Giannis, but 32 points in the elimination game for Donovan Mitchell. Devin Booker with 29, Jalen Brunson with 23, and the double-double from Jaylen Brown, and they will move on to the conference finals against Wemby and the Spurs. And here we go, 3-2 lead for the Knicks. Will the Pacers force a Game 7, or will the Knicks be able to hold on? And it doesn't look like it. I think we're going to have Game 7 in MSG. 15-point win for the Pacers, 25 from Tyrese Halliburton, 23 from Tyrese Maxey. Only 24 points from Karl-Anthony Towns, but a triple-double there from Jokic. 12, 14, and 13 there. And here we go. For the conference finals here, we are at MSG there in New York, and it's a close game here in the third quarter, and it still is pretty close as we approach the fourth. The Knicks, though, I think will ultimately pull away here. Even though they almost blew a 3-1 lead, they will end up winning in 7 games here. Tyrese Maxey, RJ Barrett, 21 points from Zion Williamson, but unfortunately not enough to propel them past Karl-Anthony Towns double-double, a double-double from Jakob Poeltl, a double-double from Jokic. Lots of 20-point scores here for the Knicks, and they will face here against the Hawks. So the 1 and 2 seeds from both sides will be facing each other in the conference finals here. Game 1 goes to the Knicks. Game 2 will go to the Hawks. Game 1 over there goes to the Spurs. The Sacramento Kings will tie it up as the Hawks take a 2-1 lead. The Knicks will tie it up 2-2, and it's 2-2 over there against Sacramento and San Antonio, but the Hawks have taken a 3-2 lead here in the Eastern Conference. And can the Knicks force Game 7 here, or will the Hawks move on to be the first team to punch their ticket to the NBA Finals? In the fourth quarter here, it looks like the Hawks are going to do just that. An 8-point win. An 8-point win for the Hawks, 120-112. 25 points from Tatum, 20 points from SGA, both double-doubles for them. And then Cat and company just couldn't get it done, unfortunately, and they will fall to the Atlanta Hawks, who will be the first team again to go to the NBA Finals here. The Kings face an elimination here, backs against the wall here in San Antonio. And it looks like Wemby is going to put up some competition here, but the Kings are coming back here in the fourth quarter. It's a close game as we approach the end of the fourth. 5-point lead. Can it get a little closer? Doesn't look like it. So the Kings will force 7 with a 7-point win. Wemby with a 33-point double-double, but Cam Johnson with 20 points. 18 from Donovan Mitchell. That'll be good for a Game 7 here in Sacramento here. Wow, it's been close games, but not close enough to quite hop in, unfortunately. I like to hop in with like one possession within a reasonable time frame, because then when it's like 20 seconds left, you know, they just end up playing the foul game and stuff. So, and speaking of that, 8-point win for Sacramento, and they will knock off Wembanyama. So this Wemby team, honestly, this Spurs team, honestly, overachieved in my book, because there's no way that these players did that well. That's kind of crazy to me. Anyways, 8-point win for the Kings, and they will face off against the Hawks. Wemby wins Finals MVP even though he lost. The Conference Finals MVP even though he lost with a ridiculous stat line. 2 steals and 3 blocks a game. Tatum is the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and here we go. We're going to simulate every game here in the Simcast for the NBA Finals. Game 1, it's close here before the halftime. And as we head into the fourth quarter, it's still a tad close. Can someone score? No, it's going to be the Hawks. So the Hawks are going to be the one to take Game 1 here. 24 points from Tatum, 22-point double-double for SGA. Booker on the other side, 21 points. Same with Jalen Brunson for the Kings. But unfortunately, Game 1 goes to the Hawks. Game 2 here for the Hawks and Kings. We're still in Atlanta. See if we can get a close finish here. The third quarter is close. And yeah, I'm just excited for the new 2K, even though it's kind of like I always say this, but it's always the same regurgitated product over and over again. And, you know, yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, it's not going to be a close game here. 10-point win for the Hawks. A 21-point double-double for Jarrett Allen, and SGA with a double-double as well. Same with Jason Tatum. And Booker and company still don't have enough firepower to get past the Hawks in the game as they go up 2-0. And we're back in Sacramento. Hopefully they can take some games at home so we can have a close series. But yeah, I've been playing Elden Ring a lot lately. I just got into Elden Ring because I remember I played it a few times one time, and I didn't really enjoy it too much. I thought it was kind of a dumb game, mostly because I didn't understand how the game worked, if that makes sense. And okay, they pulled away. So 6-point win for the Kings here at home. 23 points from Trae Young, 21 points from Tatum, but Jalen Brunson with 22, 21 points for Booker, and nearly 20 points for Donovan Mitchell there. And the Kings will take the first game in the NBA Finals here, 2-1. But yeah, anyways, Elden Ring, man, fun game, but extremely like rage-provoking for sure. I've definitely have I think my controller has permanent stick drift now because anyways, we're not going to talk about it. Anyways, the Kings will also take the next game at home to tie up the series 2-2 here. You can see the stat lines there. All right, you read them. Great. 2-2, basically a brand new series here. Game 5, very pivotal in any tied up series here. And we'll see who takes it. It might be the Kings here, but the Hawks might have something to say about that at home. And finally, we get a close game. 1 minute and 10 seconds, a 1-point game here for the Kings here. The Hawks are at the free throw line, though, so they'll have an opportunity to tie it up here. Trae Young at the line. 1 minute and 11 seconds left here. All right, ref, let's pass the ball to Trae Young, please. I'm not trying to watch every little part of it. Anyways, 2 free throws here for Trae Young, I'm assuming. 123 to 123. Make that 124 to 123. 1-point lead for the Hawks here. Jalen Brunson will take up the ball here for the Kings. Working against Trae Young. He's going to drive. Cam Johnson was open there for a second. Working against Tatum. He gets the switch. The screen from Sabonis. And Brunson just does not like to pass the ball, And he's just going to dribble around. And riveting content we just witnessed there. Jalen Brunson steps out of bounds and just gives Atlanta another possession here. SGA with the ball here. Working against Brunson. And he's going to try and get past him there on the right side, but Brunson stays up. And then the left side, he's able to do it. Little Euro Makes a 3-point game here for the Hawks. 40 seconds left. Each team has a timeout. Jalen Brunson, we'll see if he actually passes the ball in this video, and he might have to here, and he passes it over to Jaylen Brown, who will drive against Michael Porter Jr. and stolen by SGA, and the immediate foul by Jalen Brunson. I'm surprised that wasn't a transition take foul, because I feel like it kind of was. Anyways, the first free throw is good for SGA. Second one is up and in. 5-point lead here for the Hawks. I think that'll probably do it, but we'll see if the Kings can do something. AKA, we'll see if Jalen Brunson can do something, because I don't think we've ever witnessed a pass from him unless he absolutely has to. Anyways, inbound from Cam Johnson. We'll probably go to Donovan Mitchell here, and it will. And he goes for the steal and the easy free throw J for Donovan Mitchell here. So they'll have to foul here, and they're going to have to depend on a miss from Desmond Bane there. Mr. Backpack Man or whatever, or what do they call him? T-Rex? I don't know, man. But I just know he's got short arms. Anyways, the first one's good for him, and the second one. So that'll probably do it for the Kings, unfortunately. We'll see if Jalen Brunson can make a three, because there's no way in hell he's gonna pass this. We'll see here. Jalen Brunson, yeah, he's not passing it. Puts up some garbage against SGA, and that's gonna do it. So 125 to 132 will be the final score for the Hawks, who take Game 5. 29 points for SGA, 26 from Jalen Brunson, of course. Because, of course, he scores the most points. Because brother doesn't pass the ball, it doesn't look like. Anyways, the Hawks will take a crucial Game 5 here. And the Kings got to be careful, because they went too interrupted, but they might find themselves maybe a Game 7. We'll see. I don't know if that even made any sense. But anyways, the Hawks came back here. I thought the Kings were going to have it for sure. Here we got... no, it's not going to be close enough, unfortunately. So the Kings will force Game 7, which is exactly what we want to see. 20 points for Michael Porter Jr., 30 points for Donovan Mitchell, and Jaylen Brown had 25 points as well. And here we go. Game 7 for the NBA Finals here. The Hawks against the Kings. Two very similarly aged groups here. I want to say one's 27 and one's 29. I swear I clicked X, guys. I don't know what I did there. My bad. I hate this game. I literally clicked X. Anyways, we can see what happened here. It looks like it was a made jump shot from Donovan Mitchell to secure the win. And looks like we didn't miss too much, actually. So maybe, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. That's kind of my bad. Anyways, the Kings will win the NBA Finals. I swear I clicked X to hop in, so that's my bad. Anyways, Jalen Brunson with the Finals MVP. 135 to 132, the final score. There's the final box score. If you enjoyed the video, and let me just make sure that this was the 27-year-olds, and then this is the 29-year-olds, so I was right. Anyways, sorry about that. But anyways, if you enjoyed the riveting gameplay from Jalen Brunson, comment Jalen Brunson. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.